Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Joining us on this online broadcast of the 2018 Welsh Senior Finals from the Sports Wales National Centre here in Cardiff, more commonly known as Sophia Gardens. Just want to welcome viewers from Australia, United States of America, and of course here in Wales. We've got an excellent lineup for you, 9 exciting contests on our pay-per-view broadcast. Joining me to talk us through all the action tonight is former amateur boxer, former professional boxer, and now professional boxing trainer Chris Davis. Before we actually talk about the fights we're going to be watching tonight, Chris, I think it's fair to say that generally speaking, amateur boxing is more exciting than professional boxing, fight for fight.
Yeah, definitely. It's a faster pace. It's a lot quicker. You've got 3 rounds, shorter distance. So you've got to get the work in and score and get the rounds in the bag over a shorter period. So it's a lot more exciting.
Yeah, and it's also worth remembering that these guys tonight are amateur boxers. They're not getting paid a penny for this. They're doing it purely for the pride of winning that coveted red Welsh vest. Last week we saw the boxing, the Anthony Joshua fight here in Cardiff. I mean, a great event, great for Wales and Welsh boxing. But I almost guarantee you that the fights we will watch tonight will be more exciting than most of those fights that took place in the Principality Stadium last week.
Yeah, at the end of the day, for any amateur in Wales, this is the penultimate. This is the night you want to be at. We look at the calendar year and you think, I want to be fighting a Welsh final come the finals. It don't get no bigger for you as a Welsh fighter to win your Welsh title.
And as I said on the top of the broadcast, this is an online broadcast, so the more viewing figures we get tonight, the more likely that we'll be doing similar broadcasts in the future. So if you are on Facebook, if you are on Twitter or any social media, I urge you to share this event, give us a tweet, give us a mention, and then hopefully we'll get more of these broadcasts of Welsh amateur boxing in the future. I'm just going to run through the fights here. Like I said, we've got 9 excellent contests for the Senior Welsh Championship 2018. We've got the female 64 kilogram final between Jade Gisham and Rachel Banks. Gisham's from Avon Spartans and Banks is from Carmarthen, so that's an all Port Talbot fight, so there'll be a lot of local rivalry.
Derby, yeah, it'll be like a little derby going on, so there'll be a lot of cheering in the crowd and bragging rights when they get back home.
The 56 kilogram final between Joshua John from Britain Ferry and Lewis Green from Port Talbot. So that's another fight with a lot of local rivalry, both very close areas. The 64 kilogram final between Stacey Pearson and Joe Horrocks from Bantamweight. Pearson's from Avon Spartans. Joel Clark versus Nathan Andrews for the 60 kilogram final. The 69 kilogram final is between Sean Yaxley and Jake Tinkle. We've got a fight which has the potential to be the fight of the night. The 75 kilogram final between Joe Smith and Jamie Evans. The 81 kilogram final is between Michael Sinclair and Ethan George. Ethan George, a big puncher. That'll definitely be a fight to watch. He had a big win in the semi-finals. The 91 kilogram final is between Terence Fairbank from Pontypridd and Harley Vatsul from Penarth. And the super heavyweights, Richie Bynan from Bantamweight against Philip Davis from Prize Fighter, which is in Carmarthen in West Wales. So that's another local derby and a lot of Swansea pride on the line there, Chris.
I think that last one there is going to be a good ding-dong, to be honest. You've got one of them 10-0, big punchers, both very strong, big guys. So I expect that to be very exciting and a good fight to end the night.
So we are going to take our ringside positions now, and the boxing should be starting shortly around the 8 o'clock mark. Speaking to me now is former world champion and one of Welsh boxing's amateur stars of years gone by, and boxing pundit, Mr. Barry Jones. Barry, what does winning the red Welsh vest mean to these Welsh boxers?
It's everything. It really is, because it's the start of a bigger thing, of a bigger career. That's what you hope for. And I remember I won my first Welsh title in Swansea, but my first Welsh or my only Welsh senior title for a professional in this very arena against Paul Samuels, who was like a 6-foot featherweight, and a really hard fight. And it was one of the best wins of my career, amateur or pro, let's be honest. So it means a lot. And it used to go to the British championships there, but now also, you win this championship, and then the GB squad, hopefully, they take notice, and you go on to bigger and better things, go to bigger tournaments. I know the Commonwealth Games is this year, so maybe these guys will be looking at 4 years' time for them, and that's a catalyst then, obviously, to turn professional and hopefully make a few quid, Kieran.
There is quite a famous picture online of yourself and our co-commentator tonight, Chris Davis, with your Welsh amateur tracksuits. Yeah. Both of you looking very trim, and both of you had a lot of hair back in those days. And
let's be honest, we were a successful couple in a non, you know what I mean? But we went to the European Junior Championships, and Wales didn't really want to had no money to send us at the time, but they took us, and we came away, and we were the top of the home nations, because Chris got a bronze. He lost to a Turk who went on to win a world European professional title, but also he's a world champion as an amateur, fantastic fighter. And I got a silver medal that year, which was great. And then we went on to the World Junior Championships, and we didn't do so well in that tournament. But yeah, me and Chris had some great times, and also brought some good funding into the amateur squads. And obviously they're doing really well now, and Wales is flourishing not only in the professional game but in the amateur game also.
Thank you very much for speaking to us, Barry, and perhaps you'll have a word later on.
Yeah, take care.
Can we please have into the ring in the red corner, representing Avon ABC, 64 kilo light welter, Jade Gitcham. And boxing in the blue corner, representing Glamavon ABC, Rachel Banks. Ladies and gents, bout number 1, 64 kilo light welter between, in the red corner representing Avon ABC, Jade Gitcham. And boxing in the blue corner representing from Avon ABC, Rachel Banks. Gitcham in the red corner, Banks in the blue corner. Your referee, Mr. Tony Collins.
Round 1 of this female lightweight final, the 64 kilogram fight for the coveted red Welsh vest between, in the red, Jade Gitcham from Avon Spartans, and in the blue, Rachel Banks from Carmarthen Hornets.
Nice shot there, just feeling each other out.
Neither of these two boxers have had many contests. Gitcham has had only 7 and Banks only 2. I mean, that's probably a reflection on the lack of depth within female boxing within Wales. I'm sure both these female boxers would have had more contests if they had the opportunity. Gitcham, the more aggressive boxer. Banks fires off a left jab, just missed, I think.
Yeah, I think Banks should just be looking to just like she's doing, try to keep it long. Oh, a good shot there.
That was I think it was a right hand from Gitcham, put Banks down, and the referee is administrating a count. The referee tells the boxers to fight on, and Gitcham now is really put on the pressure. There's another good right hand. Banks needs to grab hold or fire back, and she's grabbing hold to her credit, trying to slow the action down.
Yeah, Gitcham just needs to slow down a bit too. She knows she got her on the go here, but she just needs to calm herself down, and she'll find the shots a lot better again, instead of just rushing in.
Yeah, the shots are a little bit wild. She'll probably have more success with straighter shots. You can see she's trying to line up that right hand, although she walked up the jab there. Rachel Banks, even though she's had only 2 contests, she's showing quite wise, sort of almost old school boxing skills there by grabbing hold, trying to slow the action down, let her head clear.
Yeah, Gitcham, like I said, is coming forward a bit too wild, just swinging because she knows she can hurt, and now she just swinging. But that right hand is on. Every time she's throwing it, she's catching her with it. That would be the shot that I would be advising her to look for.
I think it'd be good from Gitcham's point of view. She tried to line up that right hand with the jab.
Nice body shot. That's a nice body shot. More of that. I like to see more of that.
I think Rachel Banks' problem maybe just a lack of defence. She doesn't seem to...
She's keeping herself a bit too upright. She is, as she's throwing a shot, she's just holding herself too tall.
The last 10 seconds of the round, very good round for Jade Gitcham from Avon Spartans Boxing Club in Port Talbot.
Yes, Gitcham's round. I just think that she just needs to slow down. She knows she can hurt her. I think if she slows down and look for that right hand a bit more cute, I think she'll catch her with the right shot with the right hand. And I think she'll catch her and possibly can put her down again with that one.
Rachel Banks is training team Gethin Davis. She also has Nigel Davis, a very experienced coach who was up with the Great Britain squad. Also Darren Edwards. So she's got a lot of experience in the corner. What sort of things should her corner be telling her now? Looks a very tough task.
Yeah, she needs to tighten the defence up, to be honest with you, first. That's the first thing I'd be telling her, that she's a bit too tall. She needs to keep it mid-range long. She's just... the other... Gitcham is just rushing in. Banks just need to keep a nice defence. No, don't be so tall, and keep it mid to long range and pick the shots. I like and touch the body a bit more. It's going to open the head shots up a lot better for her.
Here we go, round 2, this 64 kilogram final. Jade Gisham in red, Banks in the blue.
Oh.
Rachel Banks just pushes Gisham across the ring, not strictly within the rules, but you've got to do what you've got to do, I guess, when you're up against it. There's plenty of fight in Rachel Banks, just her technique is a little bit raw, I think. That's better, trying to use a little bit of foot movement. Again, her hands have a tendency to drop to around sort of chest level, which leaves her chin exposed. Jade.
Yeah, I would just be wanting Banks to just be throwing just straight arrows straight down the tunnel. But again, she's getting caught with her right hand purely just because she's keeping herself too upright.
And it's actually just as you said that there, Chris. It was actually Jade Gisham who was starting to throw straight shots. I presume her corner men was saying what we were saying, that probably straight shots would work better.
Yeah, that's a good right hand. That's a good right hand. And that's what we've got to do. Just straight arrows straight on the pipe.
Rachel Banks, to her credit in this round, has come back well, although she took a solid shot there. Jade Gisham forcing the action again.
Oof.
Banks avoided that right hand just narrowly. Could have been a lot of trouble if that landed. Jade Gisham loaded up with a lot on that shot.
Yeah, Banks should be using it, doubling the jab up, tripling it up. Because Gisham just walking around the ring, hands are quite down, just double the jab up, triple it up, put something behind it. Double jab right hand, straight shots. Go to the body there now.
Gisham landed another good 1-2, which is a left and a right, and then that's a
nice little cheeky shot.
Certainly outside the rules there, Chris. Just getting a bit of a ticking off from the referee there, and rightfully so. And Gisham straight back to action, forcing it as she has done for the whole contest.
Oh, back, a little bit of a cheeky backhand I saw there, I think. Another one. Oh, that's a good right hand. Oh, they trade in shots. Oh, they trade in shots here now.
And Banks' legs seem to go on as Gisham puts on the pressure. And the referee once again gives a standing 8 count. There can't be very long left in the round, less than 20 seconds. Here comes Jade Gisham. She'd love to be able to finish this contest right here, right now. And Banks is looking a little bit disorientated.
Yeah, Banks don't want to be staying there. Banks need to keep it a little bit long. But in fairness to Gisham is putting her under a lot of pressure, and in fairness to Gisham, she's taking some big shots.
Yeah, I think with Rachel Banks, let's remember, even though this is a senior final, and neither of these two boxers have a lot of experience. I mean, Rachel Banks only has 2 contests. She hasn't been boxing for very long, and I think that probably shows a little bit of inexperience. Like I said at the top of the start of the fight, there's not a lot of female boxers in Wales, so I'd imagine it's pretty difficult to match female boxers.
It's pretty difficult probably to get the right sparring as well, Fred. But in fairness, they're giving their all, and that's what this night's all about, and they'll only get better from the experience of being here too.
It's going to be a big ask in this third and final round, I think, for Rachel Banks to try and turn things around here, because I'm guessing the judges have Jade Gisham up after the first 2 rounds. Each had landed a number of good shots. Banks had a couple of standing counts. Here we go, third and final round of this female lightweight 64 kilogram final. And it's Jade Gisham on the front foot, as she has been for most of the contest. Banks, I mean, if she's going to have any chance of winning this, she has to just let her hands go. I know it's easier said than done, saying that sitting here ringside, because
that's what she needs to be doing there, though, keeping it at that range. I'm just stepping off to create that, make Gisham fall short again.
I think Rachel Banks probably has plenty of potential. but just she's not making the most of her tools at the moment. I think she got long arms, and she takes another right hand there as Gisham applies the pressure.
Yeah, but as we've pointed out, I think it just comes down to the experience of all of, you know, facing opponents like this who's putting you under as much pressure as she's being put under. But it's that now, like, it's where she could be scoring, just chuck them jabs out, touch her body, go back to the head, just pick up the points. You know, you're not always looking for the hard shots. You just got to pick up the points and win the round.
Banks, I think, now is just content to try and get through the 3 rounds, lick a wound, so to speak, and perhaps come to fight another day. Nice head movement by Jade Gisham there, rolled under the jab. You'll notice here tonight, it's only the female boxers that wear head guards now in the seniors. None of the male competitors tonight will have the head guards on. It's only the female boxers. It's a decent jab by Banks. Probably scored a point, but not much on it. Oh, lovely right hand by Gisham. And straight away the referee gets between the boxers and administrates another standing count.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's just been when she got closer, she's been able to find her with that right hand all night. So I believe, well,
and there we have it. The winner of the female lightweight 64 kilogram final from Arvin Spartans Boxing Club, Jade Gisham. She boxed really well, to be fair, Chris.
Look, she did what she had to do. She was going against a taller opponent. She knew she had to close the distance, get close, and let the punches go. And that's what she did, And it was good. Again, for me, it was a good performance. She did what she had to do.
And even though Rachel Banks no doubt will be very disappointed, she can definitely come again because it was probably just lack of experience as much as anything else that was up against her tonight.
Yeah, 100%. Two fights, I believe, that's all she's had. So yeah, she can definitely come again.
Ladies and gents, the lightweight Welsh champion for 2018, after the referee stopping the contest in the 3rd round, Gitchum in the red corner. And a big round of applause, ladies and gents, for Banks in the blue corner.
Boxing. So
what can we expect from you in the future?
To get more fit, stop eating pizza, and more sprints, more hill sprints.
All the best.
Thank you.
Cheers, thank you.
Bout number 2, 56 kilo Bantamweight contest between, in the red corner, representing Britain Ferry, Joshua John. number 2, 56 kilo Bantamweight final between, in the red corner, representing Britain Ferry, ABC. Easy, Lewis Green. Joining the red corner, Green in the blue corner, your referee is Mr. Stan Griffiths.
Round 1 of this Bantamweight 56 kilogram final between, in the red, Joshua John representing Britain Ferry Amateur Boxing Club, and in the blue, Lewis Green representing Port Talbot Bulldogs Boxing Club.
Joshua straight on the attack. He's the guy with the more experience, and he's instantly trying to put himself straight in command here.
Joshua John is probably one of the most experienced boxers in here tonight. 96 contests, and in contrast, Green has only had 18 contests. That's a nice left-right by Joshua John. I think Lewis Green has taken the attitude that if he's going to have any chance of winning this fight, he's got to take it to Joshua John, and to his credit, he really is trying to apply the pressure. Some nice skills by Joshua John.
Yeah, in fairness to Green, you know, he's nothing to lose here. You know, he's the guy with the least experience. You know, he's probably with the majority of the people here, you know, not expected to win. So yeah, you got nothing to lose. Just get out there, do his best, and let's see where he ends up.
Good work by Joshua John.
Joshua John might be a bit too close. He's smothered in his own work. He needs to back off a little bit. Just create that little bit of room so he can pick his shots a little bit better. But you know, you're in the first round of the Welsh final, so you know, you're just getting a little bit of a. Oh, it's a nice shot. Get that energy out. But I think once he settles down, I think he'll start finding the target a bit better.
Joshua John has a nice loose style. His hands low. It's a little bit risky. Wouldn't advise most boxers to do it. But probably someone of his experience can get away with it. That's a nice right hand to the body. Lewis Green landed a couple of his own shots there, but he's taking heavy punches.
Nice shot.
That was a right hand from Joshua John that did the damage there, as the referee is giving Green a standing count.
Green has obviously landed one or two shots. You know, Joshua John got a bit of a nosebleed. He's wiped his nose now, but he's got a bit of blood there.
As John now puts the pressure on, and the referee is in again, and this is looking like a real uphill struggle for Lewis Green.
Yeah, John is just showing no respect at all. He's just walking through him, to be honest with you. I don't even look like he's worried about what's coming back.
But John puts the pressure on as we count down the last 10 seconds or so of the round. The referee warns John about head going in, which gives Green a little bit of a break. But that was a very good round for Joshua John. He applied a lot of pressure. He had Lewis Green rocking and rolling a couple of times in that round.
Yeah, it's a dominant round, wasn't it? You know, but you know, I just think that he still needs to create that space. He's still smothering his work. I think through the lack of, dare I say, a bit of lack of respect for his opponent. I think he just thinks he can just do what he wants to and walk through him. But he's getting a bit too close, and he's sometimes not looking rather loose and wild.
What sort of advice, Chris, would you be giving Lewis Green if you were his cornerman now? I mean, he's got a real tough ask on his hands to try and turn this around.
Yeah, it's what I would be saying first of all is, you know, obviously you need to establish. One thing I was always taught from me when I started boxing from one of my trainers, which was a great man in Pete Bartlett, and it stuck to me to the day that I actually finished boxing, and that was, you hurt your opponent as soon as you possibly can to get a respect from him. I think that's what you need to do. I think you need to land a nice shot, a powerful shot, to earn a bit of respect, and then it's just the fight you get a bit more space between each other, and then you're going to see a bit more of a boxing match. But I think until he can land a good, powerful shot on him, I just think that's a good shot there, mate. That's a good shot.
You've got to give credit to Lewis Green, even though he's up against it. He's not going to lie down. He's not going to make this easy for Joshua John. He's going to go out. If he's going to lose this, he's going to lose this on his shield. Nice right hand to the body by Lewis Green.
Green has come out this round and he started really good, really positive. He landed some good shots. It seemed to settle down now. John has even slowed the pace down a little bit.
I think, like we said there, Chris, in between the rounds, I mean, John's got to give a little bit more respect to Lewis Green. I know it's a little bit of a cliche, but it only takes one punch to change things in boxing. If John is a little bit careless, Lewis Green might be able to land up a big shot.
Yeah, definitely. You know, you've got to respect the opponent. I'm not saying he doesn't respect his opponent, but on what I've just seen in the first round, he's just smothering his work, and I just feel he just needs to step off, give him that respect, and you'll find your shots a lot cleaner too then.
The referee is giving Joshua John a little bit of a telling off there, I believe, for punching.
But Green is starting to fancy us. He's straight across the ring there. He couldn't wait to get back into him.
Yeah, like you said, because I think John is probably smothering his own work. His best range is long to mid range, but he's pushing Lewis Green, or trying to smother him almost, just fighting close, which probably suits Green if anything.
That's a nice job. This is what you need to do to settle it down. Step the right, create some little angles.
I'm sure if Joshua John just got his jab going like he is now, he'd be able to create the space for his right hands.
Yeah, you know, check some feints out, draw the lead, make the counter.
Despite the punches he's taken, there's hardly a mark on Lewis Green. And
it's a lovely shot. That's a beautiful shot.
It's a really good contest. This 56.
They trade in you.
The way round one was ending, it looked like perhaps Lewis Green will be lucky to see the end of round two, but he's come back really well in this second round and he's caught Joshua John with some really good shots.
For me, I'd give Green that round. I think that from the offset of that round, he came out with a purpose. As I said, I was speaking about respect, and I think he came out and he just, you know, told Joshua, you're gonna have my respect, you know what I mean? So I think this is on the last round. I actually think Joshua could be tired a little bit more than Green.
Yeah, it might be a case as well, Chris, that perhaps Joshua John went into this fight, he looked at the guy's record and thought, no, this guy hasn't got anything near my level of experience, he hasn't had anything near my level of contests, and perhaps he's looking beyond this to the next stage, which is the British Championships. And no, Lewis Green is not here to lie down. Lewis Green wants that red Welsh vest just as much as Joshua John does, and maybe even, dare I say it, he might actually want it even more, because Joshua John has won that Welsh vest, the senior title, a number of times. This will be probably the pinnacle of Lewis Green's career if he could win this Welsh vest and cause a massive upset in Welsh boxing.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this last round, to be honest. I think it's going to be very exciting.
Round 3, Bantamweight final, Joshua John in red, Lewis Green in blue. A really good contest.
Oh, it's a big shot again. They trade in you. I think Green sometimes doesn't have to take some punches. He just tucks up and takes them when he could just take a little step off and make Joshua miss him completely at fresh air.
Green momentarily loses his balance. And now Joshua John just edging backwards, making space for his jabs and his right hands. I think probably Joshua John might have the skills to win this fight relatively easier than he's actually making it.
I think Joshua might have come into this fight maybe not respecting Green as much, but I think by the time he gets out of this fight, by the end of this fight, he's going to respect him lots. And like I say, when you take into consideration the difference in fights, 96 to 18 fights, you know, Green's doing exceptionally well here. and I still think it's close.
Yeah, I mean,
Don't get me wrong, he had the 8 counts. Yeah, this is what's going to go against him. It's the 8 counts.
the referee gives Lewis Green another standing count. Third and final round of this Bantamweight final. The red Welsh vest on the line, and that was a good number of straight shots by Joshua John.
In fairness to Green, he doesn't look hurt when he's taking his 8 counts. It's just that they're good clean shots.
I think possibly Lewis Green is so offensively minded, he's not really considering moving his head or blocking or parrying any of the shots. That was a nice move by Joshua John, good footwork to make space for the right hand.
Oh, nice shots, nice. Yeah, he's starting to relax, but that's it. I like creating some angles.
That right hand seemed to hurt Lewis Green as he's forced into the corner. But credit to Lewis Green, even though he's taken some big shots in this contest, he hasn't given up at one single
he's still, that's a good shot.
He's still throwing punches.
Yeah, I give him massive respect, because like I said, I give him massive respect. He earned it, and I think he's only going to get better from experience like this. Joshua, as I said, got a bronze in the youth Commonwealth. He's played at high international level with the amateurs, so Green can only get better and learn from this.
As the last few seconds of this contest draw down, and there we have it. An excellent contest, credit to both boxers, and I wouldn't mind seeing that rematch again now, Chris.
Yeah, that was a good fight. Like I say, I'd go for Joshua, purely obviously because the 8 counts. But I thoroughly enjoyed it, and Green definitely will come out there with a lot of respect.
Once again, ladies and gents, big round of applause for the boxers. And the 2018 56 kilo Bantamweight Welsh champion by a unanimous decision, John in the red corner. Big round of applause for Green in the blue corner.
Congratulations on the victory, but even though you were a much more experienced fighter, he didn't make it easy for you in there tonight.
Well, I wouldn't say he didn't make it easy, but it weren't the easiest of fights, but it weren't the hardest either. I enjoyed.
I mean, this is not the first Welsh vest you've won, but what does winning a Welsh vest mean to you?
It means everything. We train all year for. Obviously, the amount of training we put in. Well, as you can imagine, or anyone else can imagine. It's good.
And what can we expect next from you?
British now, hopefully, win a British, and we'll have to see what happens after that.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Once again, big round of applause, Joshua John in the red corner. And ladies and gentlemen, just to let you know, please give this gentleman a big round of applause. The gentleman has given out the championship vest tonight, the chairman of the World Championship Boxing, Mr. Derek McAndrew. Give him a big round of applause, please. Round number 3, 64 kilos light welterweight contest between In the red corner, representing Avon ABC, Stacey Pearson. And boxing in the blue corner representing Bantamweight ABC, Joe Hollins. The 2018 64 kilo light welterweight final is between, in the red corner representing Abbott ABC, Stacey Pearson. And boxing in the blue corner box representing Bantamweight ABC, Joe Hollins. Pearson in the red corner, Hollins in the blue corner. The referee is Pundit Davis.
Round one of this lightweight 64 kilogram final between Stacey Pearson from Avon Spartans in the red and Joe Horrocks from Bantamweight Amateur Boxing Club in the blue. Horrocks from Bantamweight, trained by the former world champion Enzo Macronelli, who's in his corner tonight.
Yeah, he seems to have a nice style about him. Not rushing, taking his time, looking for the right shots. You've got obviously a tall fighter versus a short fighter. You know, and I think the tall fighter should just obviously just be trying to just pull him out the shots.
Pearson in the red, he's probably thrown the most shots in this round, but he's content to move around the outside of the ring, whereas Horrocks is controlling the centre of the ring but not throwing as many punches. Stacey Pearson started boxing at 12 years of age, has had 28 contests. His opponent in the blue, the Bantamweight boxer, started boxing at the age of 10 and has had 16 fights, but he's sort of been in and out of the gym, hasn't been there continuously. There's a good flurry of action. Horrocks in the blue seems content just to fight tall, has a nice left hand. So a very close opening round, Chris. It's going to be difficult for the judges to split this, I think.
Yeah, Pearson is doing very well on the outside, actually. he's using his speed on the outside to evade the shots very well at the moment.
Do you think Pearson has just got the look of a fighter who's just content to pick up the points rather than engage?
Yeah, it looks that way. It looks like he's actually trying to do the job of what a taller man would normally do, where you normally would think of a shorter guy looking to close the distance, getting close on the taller fighter, and look to work on the inside. But what he's showed so far through this first round is that he's looking or happy to be moving on the outside with his speed. He started to come a bit closer there. But,
that was some good head work momentarily ago by Pearson. You saw a bit of it again there, using elusive head movement and then launching counter-attacks.
Yeah, I think Horrocks needs to just establish our jab. He's starting quite good his distance. He's still falling a bit short. Ooh, nice shot right on the end of the round there. Beautiful shot by Pearson. Pearson's round.
Yeah, a good first round, but like you said, Chris, Pearson's probably did the better work, nice footwork, and towards the end of the round there, he seemed to be moving his head well and then landing good counter shots.
Yeah. For me, I think that he won that opening round. I think Enzo in the corner would be telling Horrocks that you need to be trying to bring him onto you, because Pearson is jumping in at times too. So I think if you can time the right shot there, bringing him on, give a feint, pull him onto you. Straight shots, sometimes it hasn't going to be complicated, it can just be basic.
And probably, like we've already said tonight to some of the earlier contests, Horrocks only been boxing, he's only had 16 contests, so he hasn't got a great deal of experience, and his record would indicate he's sort of been in and out of the gym rather than being continuously in the gym. Pearson's had 28 contests,
28.
So he's got a lot more experience.
Yeah, and I think that so far, especially in the future, I think that's showing a bit.
So we feel here at ringside anyway that it's up to Joe Horrocks from Bantamweight Boxing Club to try and change the pace of the fight. That's a nice left hook.
That's a nice left hook.
And to his credit, Joe Horrocks is upping the pace and
jab out now.
Putting more pressure on.
Yeah, Horrocks should just keep poking the jab out. Keep him on the end of your jab, especially as a taller fighter, and then you just bring him on. He doesn't want to be there. That's not going to suit him. That's going to suit Pearson when they're that close trying to fight each other.
But this is definitely better work from the Bantamweight boxer. Pearson hasn't really landed anything solid so far after a minute gone in this second round.
Yeah, Horrocks has definitely come out and taken charge of the second round, and he's controlling the second round so far. See, still I'm quite good at his distance, but that's in fairness to Pearson. As a shorter fight, that's where he's using his speed on the outside. He's not holding his feet and taking the shot. He's making a miss.
Lovely right hand.
They were nice cut. But Pearson was quick to take her straight back off him. Then he threw a flurry of 3 shots. And take her right down straight back off him. I'd be looking for a right uppercut if I was Horrocks. When Pearson jumps in, just take half a step back and throw a right uppercut.
Lovely uppercut. That's probably the best punch that Stacey Pearson has landed this round. Yeah,
good jab. Horrocks needs to be jabbing more because he's so tall. See, he's lunging. He's still got his distance, but if he uses his jab a lot more, he's going to get that distance. He's not going to be guessing what his range is.
Joe Horrocks has really responded well in this second round to the good start by Pearson.
Oh, nice.
Pearson loaded up with that uppercut, but Horrocks saw it coming, stood back and let it sail past and countered. Good boxing.
Yeah, Horrocks has definitely taken charge of this second round. He's got Pearson on the back foot. He's landed the most shots in the second round.
There's a nice right hand in there as well.
There's some good shots going in there.
Pearson's had a bit of success in the second half of this round with that right uppercut. Very good round there, Chris.
That's a good round. Yeah, it was a good round. That was a good round. I would give it to Horrocks. But it's a good round. So I think that, that's one apiece.
Yeah, I'd say
And that's all
definitely
to go for in the
one
last
apiece.
round.
So this third round, the coveted red Welsh vest is up for grabs. I thought it was interesting as well that Pearson, towards the end of that round, seemed to have a little bit of success with that right uppercut. Seemed to be a punch. He seemed to be just
as I was saying, perhaps Horrocks should be throwing it. But I would still be telling Horrocks in the corner that you can bring him onto that uppercut.
Yeah, normally with an uppercut's a good punch against a shorter fighter, but ironically here it's the shorter guy who's getting a little bit of success with it. I'm guessing in Pearson's corner, his trainer Neil Jenkins is probably telling him he needs to go out and win this round, and I guess Enzo's probably telling Joe Horrocks the same thing in his corner. So
yeah, it's all to fight for. This is it's whoever wins this last round, I believe, will be Welsh champion.
Aggressive start of the round by Stacey Pearson in the red from Arvin Spartans Boxing Club in Port Talbot.
Nice shot. Again, he landed a nice left hook there just purely because as Pearson was jumping in, which I was mentioned, but as he was jumping in, he just took an half a step back and threw a counter. In that case, it was a left hook.
Joe Horrocks seems to have grown in this contest. He started off a little bit tentatively, and he seems to have improved as a boxer as this fight has gone, Chris.
Yeah, I think in the first round, I think Pearson's movement on the outside, using the speed, caught him a bit off. Perhaps he was probably thinking of this shorter fight, he's going to come in and try to trade with me. So I think it might have just caught him off. Didn't expect that sort of game plan. But Horrocks seems to be more the fight's gone, seems to be getting into it more and more. Should we touch it? Flicking a jab out now. Just flicking his jab out, flick him out, bring him onto his shots. Nice shots, that's it.
It's worth pointing out.
Pearson, nice shots there by Pearson.
These opinions from me and Chris are the unofficial. These are not the official scorecards. The judges, of course, could be seeing something completely different to us. These are just our unofficial scorecards.
Yeah.
But me and Chris have got it very even, and it was literally still all to fight for.
Yeah, this is definitely going down to the wire. This is going down to the final bell. I think this is where all your hard work comes in now. Your desire, how much you want to be the Welsh champion, to push the pace and just bite on a gum shield. And they trading.
Well, both boxers are landing solid shots, but neither fighter is giving ground. This is great action.
Yeah, just like I was saying about showing the desire to be a Welsh champion and all that hard work they've been doing and biting on a gum shield. They definitely doing that by you. They're giving it everything they got. You can see what it means to want to win this Welsh title.
I guess this is where the difference between the fighter that does his road work, the guy who perhaps decides to lie in one particular morning and not do his road work. This is where it tells.
Here is where you find out who's been taking the shortcuts and who haven't.
But at the moment, to their credit, both these guys are still giving 100%. Neither of them is really backing down. Both of them are still throwing big shots, trying to secure the victory. Great action. The last 20 seconds or so of this round to try and catch the judge's eye. Who's going to throw the big shots, the big flurries, to leave that lasting impression.
Here we go now, last 10 seconds now. Now you want a big flurry now. Leave a last impression in the judge's eyes. Oh, it's a big shot. Well, they definitely laid it all on the line there. It's a tremendous fight.
I just wonder, was it those final couple of shots by Pearson that they might have actually won in the contest? They were eye-catching shots, or possibly the best shots landed in the fight. But
it's close.
It's very close. It could be
close.
Sort of
it could go either
almost
way.
a toss a coin.
Yeah. It's close.
Once again, ladies and gents, big round of applause for both boxers, please. And the winner by a split decision, the 64-kilo light welter Welsh champion for 2018, Horrocks in the blue corner. round of applause for Peterson in the red corner.
Joe, congratulations on the victory. As that fight went on, you just seem to be getting better and better and more confident.
Yeah, I thought he got better as it went on. It was hard to catch him at first because he was moving around the ring a lot. But I think I threw more shots in the end, so that's what I got right.
It was an excellent contest. All the fans really loved it. I'm sure all our viewers watching online enjoyed. How tough was it in there for you? Because it was a really grueling type of contest.
Oh yeah, it was very tough. I mean, you do rounds in the training or whatever, and you can do about 10 rounds without feeling tired. But in here, it's so much different. The three rounds, you get tired so quickly.
And what does winning that Welsh vest mean to you?
Oh, it means a lot. It's it's the best thing I've won so far. So hopefully go on now and just try and keep winning.
Congratulations, mate. All the best.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, big round of applause, Joe Hollins in the blue corner. Ladies and gentlemen, bout number 4, 60 kilo lightweight World Championship final between in the red corner, representing Turbine ABC, Joel Clark. And boxing in the blue corner, representing Pundit ABC, Nathan Andrews. Ladies and gents, the 60 kilo lightweight Welsh Championship final tonight is between, in the red corner, representing Turbine ABC, Joel Clark. And boxing in the blue corner, representing Britain Fanning ABC, Nathan Andrews. Clark in the red corner, Andrews in the blue corner, the referee is Gordon Davis.
Round one of this light welterweight 60 kilogram final between Joel Clark from Tovine Boxing Club in the red and Nathan Andrews representing Britain Ferry Boxing Club in the blue. Clark getting a bit of a telling off from the referee. It's worth pointing out that Clark has only had 4 contests. He's not really been involved in boxing very long, so perhaps a little bit of inexperience showing there, but that's good work, good straight shots.
Yeah, he seems to be quite sharp here, you know, and he's taking the fight to Andrews, and he's not showing. He's not been afraid of his reputation in regards of experience with the fights. He's actually got a nice little style. I like the way he's holding his lead hand.
Yeah, he's been very positive, Clark. He's throwing the more shots. Oh, lovely right hand. I think perhaps Andrews is maybe waiting too much, just trying to land a pop shot a little bit. Perhaps he should just be sticking the jab out.
Yeah, for me, I just think that Andrews is just speed down a bit. He's, I think Clark has just come out a lot faster than him. He needs, Andrews needs to get his go through the gears and get a little bit quicker.
I think as well Andrews is trying to land spectacular shots rather than just the basics, which is just the jab, just pump the jab out, then sort of the other combinations can follow.
Yeah, that's something that will happen, you know. You want to look for that perfect shot all the time, you know, when you're holding back. Where at the end of the day, you just want to pick up points, win a round. If that perfect punch happens, and it'll come, don't force it.
And of course, this is amateur boxing. There's only 3 rounds. If you lose this first round, you're chasing the fight right from the very start. And this is a really impressive start from the very inexperienced Clark in the red, who just landed a nice backhand to the body. He's actually starting to switch now, which is normally not. I don't think it's a good thing for inexperienced boxers, but it's working for Clark so far. It's going to be interesting to see if Clark can keep this pace up, because he's thrown a lot of punches.
Nice left hook.
That's what Andrew's showing his little bit of experience.
I think the switch hit in there as well is a bit off-putting for Andrews. You know, he's again, I don't know how much he knew about his opponent, you know, but I think he just looks a little bit flustered here and a little bit shocked with the punch he's taking, you know. I just think he needs to be, his feet are a bit too stiff for me. Yeah, I'll give out Clark's round. I just think Andrew needs to be a little bit quicker with his feet. I think if you move your feet quicker, you know, everything, your punches are going to move a lot quicker. Everything. He's a bit too stiff in his legs for me.
I was just impressed the way that Clark went out there in the opening round and he just sort of grabbed hold of the contest. He wasn't overawed by the occasion or his opponent. He just went out there, and it wasn't necessarily pretty what he's doing or particularly special. It was just effective.
It's effective.
He threw punches.
It's effective. You know, he was getting the punches off, and you know, he won that first round. So
yeah, you could argue that Andrews maybe threw the more spectacular punches, but he just didn't throw enough for them to win the round. I
don't think there was enough punches being thrown. So, you know, it's not always pretty, but it's about winning rounds.
Yeah, so as we get ready for round 2, from our ringside position here, myself and Chris Davis, we think that it's Nathan Andrews, representing Britain Ferry Boxing Club. He needs to try and turn things around here.
I like to see him just go, you know, just become a little bit sharper, go a little bit quicker, you know. I just feel that you know, Clark has just got that urgent about him. He's urgent. He wants to win it. I'm not saying that the Andrews doesn't want to win the Welsh title, but I'm just looking at the body language, the speed. You can see he's hungry for it.
Andrews, he seems to have come out more aggressively in this second round, which I'm sure his corner told him he had to. But Clark is still throwing his shots. I think actually Clark's inexperience is working in his advantage, because he's just not predictable. He's not doing necessarily the things that you'd normally expect. He's throwing punches from slightly out of position. That was a good right hand by Andrews.
Yeah, it's a nice shot. Yeah, it's what you get when you spar. Sometimes you go in the ring with a novice, and the novice sometimes actually gives you more trouble early rounds, first 2 rounds, than you would with a guy who's got years of experience and plenty of bouts under his belt. It's just because they're doing things that is not the norm.
That was another good shot landed by Clark. Andrews
Nice shot
definitely
by
more
Andrews.
aggressive in this round.
See, should be backing up, just touch.
And Andrews had him in the corner there, but he seemed reluctant to apply any pressure.
Clark needs to be careful, mind. He's starting to jump in sometimes. There's a jump in again. But that's where Andrews needs to take that step off and then counter punch.
The way Clark is jumping in there, but perhaps maybe the
Body
right
shot,
uppercut would be a good shot. This is great action just above our ringside position. You can see how much this Welsh Fest means to both these boxers. They're giving it everything in there tonight.
Nice.
Andrews tried the uppercut there, the right uppercut momentarily, but it just missed the target. Clark could see it coming. That's a nice backhand by Clark as he switches from orthodox to southpaw and back again.
It's settling down now, and I think it's definitely a closer round. Nice left hook on the inside. See, look to create some space there. Just look to create some space.
Andrews has been more aggressive in this round, but has he done enough to win the round is the question that the judges have to decide.
I've noticed that Clark as well, when he's getting backed up on the ropes, he's bringing his defence up quite high. That's a nice shot there, nice shot at the end. Yeah, he's bringing his defence up quite high. His elbows are coming out quite high. I would be telling Andrews to look for that straight body shot, straight in the solar plex.
Yeah, no, that's probably down to an experience again.
Yeah. It's just seeing what's in front of you. You know, when you're in there, you know, you got to be collecting data. Yeah, you know, I know you got your trainers on the outside looking for you. So when you go back to the corner, you know, they're going to pass information that they can see for you. But you know, at the end of the day, you're the one who's in there who's fighting. So you know, you need to be collecting data. You need to be looking at how do they react when I'm touching them upstairs. Is his elbows raising? Like I say, Clark, when he was on the rope there, his elbows are going too high. So I would be telling him, look, back him up the rope, touch him upstairs, touch him. Elbows come up, straight down in the basket.
As we get ready for round 3, I think it's going to be really tight on the scorecards. I think Clark almost certainly won the first round. Round 2 could have gone either way, I think.
Yeah, it's a close fight.
So it's all the fight for round 3.
Close fight.
Here we go, third and final round of this light welterweight 60 kilogram final between Clark in the red and Andrews in the blue, and it's another fast start of the round by Clark.
Clark went quite aggressive again there.
It's going to be interesting to see how Clark, how his endurance and his energy levels are in this round, because he has thrown a lot of punches. He's been very aggressive, but he's just, even though he's unorthodox, he's effective.
Yeah, definitely effective. Good, nice shot.
Gum shield comes out of the mouth, so the referee stops the action, sends Clark to the neutral corner to get the gum shield wiped. If you're watching this on our online broadcast, if you're on Facebook, if you're on Twitter, give us a mention, give us a share, tell people you're watching this 2018 amateur boxing finals live. It's the first time it's ever happened. The more successful we are tonight, the more likely this will take place in future.
Clark is he's really enjoying it there. Good shot. He's really enjoying it there. He's smiling in the corner then. You know, and that's what you want on the final night. You know what I mean? Don't let the occasion get you. You've worked hard all year to get to this point. You know, to win again there, you've done all the hard work in the gym. Get in there and enjoy it. Do it with a smile on your face.
And as Chris was saying there, Clark does look like a happy warrior in at the moment. Things seem to be going his way. Lands another couple of good shots, the right hand and the straight left. It's better from Andrews. He needs to try and put the pressure on now as we draw into this last minute.
Yeah, Andrews got a nice frame. He got a nice structure, nice frame. I just feel he should have just been playing with that distance. Like I say, they're rolling their feet too much. You know, as soon as they're throwing a punch, they're not thinking about stepping out, stepping left, stepping right. Holding their feet, you're going to get tagged.
I think Clark has actually had a point deducted, and that could be very important on the judges' scorecards. Oh, lovely right hands by Joel Clark. But a point deduction in the third and final round, that could be crucial to how this fight ends. Clark needs to be careful now. He doesn't want to get another point taken away for bumping of the head. I don't think it's anything malicious, it's just the inexperience.
Coming down to the last 10 seconds now, just under 10 seconds. Oh,
another point off for Clark. As the fight draws to an end, it's been a grueling, intriguing contest, and with the point deductions, it's going to be really close, I think, Chris. I think we might have run over slightly with the bell there, but an excellent fight, Chris. Both boxers gave everything they had. Joel Clark sort of overcome his inexperience just by his aggression, but it may cost him in the end with the head clashes, which he had a couple of points taken off.
Yes. Considering he was, he had 21 fights less than his opponent. I think he done really well in there. Again, it's a shame it'll come down to the point deduction.
And the winner of the 60 kilo lightweight Welsh champion for 2018, Andrews in the blue corner. Big round of applause for Clark in the red corner.
Nathan, congratulations on the victory. The guy you fought seemed very unconventional. He's throwing punches from all sorts of angles. Very tough fight.
Yeah, it was a tough fight. Yeah, shots coming from everywhere, pushing forward a lot. Tough, yeah.
What does winning that Welsh Fest mean to you?
Can't put into words. It's something else to say. Can't put into words. Can't put into words.
And when the referee took away the points at the end there, was that did you think you had the fight then, or were you unsure when the judges were scores being read out?
Yeah, I knew it was close. Everyone was close. I think I'd done enough in each round just to push it. I think I nicked each round.
I can see how much this means to you. What's your big boxing dream?
Big dreams. No, try and get on GB team if I can. Just push and dream. That's all you can really do, really, innit? So GB team.
Congratulations, and we look forward to seeing you again.
Thank you very much.
Once again, ladies and gents, big round of applause, Nathan Andrews. Ladies and gents, a little bit short interval after this next final contest. Welsh Championship final number 5, 69 kilos, welterweight is between, in the red corner representing Dufferin ABC, Sean Yaxley. And boxing in the blue corner, representing Panside ABC, Jake Tinkling. Ladies and gents, the 69 kilo welterweight championship is between, in the red corner, representing Duffling ABC, Sean Yaxley. And boxing in the blue corner, representing Panside ABC, Jake Tinkling. Yaxley in the red corner, Tinkling in the blue corner. Your referee, Mr. Danny Moretti.
Round one of this welterweight 69 kilogram final between, in the red, Sean Yaxley from Dufferin Amateur Boxing Club against, in the blue, Jake Tinkling from Panside Amateur Boxing Club. I know this is a contest that's been widely anticipated, and people within Welsh boxing are excited for two experienced fighters. As you can see, just the way they are, this opening moments of the round, you can see these are two experienced guys.
Yeah, you know, you got Jake got 62 fights. You got Yaxley on 38 fights. So you know, these are two of the boys who probably the most experienced on the card. You know, so I think we should be in for a good fight here. Where you'll see distance, you'll see some angles. I think we'll see a bit of skill here.
Neither boxer overcommitting early in this contest.
I know Tinkling is trained by Gavin Rees, so he's got a good trainer, learning the trade.
Tinkling as well comes from a big boxing family. All his brothers are boxing. I think his sister even boxes as well.
Yeah.
Yaxley from Dufferin Amateur Boxing Club in North Wales.
Yeah, you can see these are two good operators, to be honest. You know, it's the pace is a lot slower, and they're really thinking about what they're doing.
I mean, there's not much in this opening round, but I think it's Tinkling who's just probably slightly doing the more work, landing the jab. Although there's not much in it. If somebody told me that they thought that Yaxley was winning, I wouldn't really argue too much about it. There's a nice left hook inside by Yaxley as he puts the pressure on.
They just feeded each other out, I think. You know, I think they both probably got a good bit of respect for each other, and yeah, I just feel they just feeling each other out. Yaxley got nice movement up on the upper body.
Yeah, this contest is actually in a big contrast to Tinkling's semi-final, which I watched. It was a real brawl, but it's actually two boxers with a chess match in there.
Two of them waiting a bit too long. You should still be jabbing. Score with that jab. Score with the jab.
Maybe use a few feints as well, Chris,
just
to open up.
But that's what they're both doing here. You know, these two, you can see that they know what they're trying to do. They know the game, and they're just waiting for one to make the mistake so the other one can counter him. I'd say they showed quite a bit of respect, I think, for each other there too. I think next round is going to liven up a bit.
Yeah, very close round one between Yaxley in the red and Tinkling in the blue. We felt maybe that Tinkling slightly edged it with the jab, but I mean there wasn't a great.
There's not much in our round, no.
It's
Could
probably the boxer that can make the adjustment in rounds 2 and 3. He's probably going to be the guy who wins the fight.
Yeah. I just think we need a bit more urgency in the second round, you know. And I don't mean urgency in regards to just going at it, not thinking what you're doing, just laying loads of shots. No, I just mean just up the speed. The shots are there. You know, you should have been collecting that data, as I said, in the first round now. They should both be going out now and thinking, okay, I know what I need to do. I know what shots I can land. I know where the openings are.
Round 2 of this welterweight final between, in the red from Dufferin Amateur Boxing Club, Sean Yaxley, and in the blue, Jake Tinklin from Panside Amateur Boxing Club. A close nip and tuck round 1, and round 2's following a similar pattern.
Yaxley seems to be holding his left hand low. He carries it low, so that's got to be a shot that Tinklin needs to be looking at. Where he can catch him. When you have your hand low, you're at a risk. If you're not quick enough, you're going to get tagged.
More aggressive by Yaxley. Landed a few body shots and switched to the head. As you predicted, Chris is starting to liven up here in round 2.
Yeah, pace slightly. I think they both realise rounds are going. They got to get the work in. It's going to be too close. Somebody's got to take charge of the fight. I like to see Tinklin double up the jab, mind you, instead of doing singles, double, trebles, then put something behind it.
Both these boxers, 21 years old.
They just both waiting there. They just both waiting for one to make a mistake, so they one can counter. Oh, nice uppercut on the inside there by Tinklin.
Tinklin landed a few uppercuts and Yaxley responded with hooks.
Yeah, so far this round it seems that Tinklin is one who is trying to force the pace. He's landing some good shots. Nice jab.
Yeah, Tinklin seems to be throwing more shots in this round. I mean, boxing's notorious for bad decisions, so I suppose you don't really want to let it just leave it in the judges' hands. I mean, if you think you could do a little bit more, and with the Welsh vest on the line, why not?
Yeah. Yeah, if I was telling Tinklin anything to do, I would be asking him also to look for a drop shot where, just flick your jab out and look to come over Huxley's left hand with a drop shot just over the top, drop it down on him, and that's what I would be telling Yaxley what he needs to be doing. He needs to come out and throw more punches, to be honest with you.
I'm not sure if Yaxley's feeling the pace because both his left and his right hand are very low coming out to some of his exchange, and he could be clipped if he's not careful.
Good shot and up.
It was an exciting end to round 2. Another close round. Probably
I just edged
Tinklin.
Yeah, I just
still doing enough to win the round.
Around, yeah. I'd be telling him not to stay on the ropes and fight on the ropes like he was there. He got caught with 2 left hooks at the end there. There's no need to fight with your back against rope. Tuck up, be cute, spin off, get back to the middle of the ring, pick the shots.
Sean Yaxley, 38 fights, has been boxing since the age of 13. His boxing hero is Joe Calzaghe. Joe, of course, a famous counter puncher, so maybe he's trying to box like the famous Joe Calzaghe. I think he needs to go out here in round 3 and really stamp his authority on the fight. I know it might mean taking a few risks and taking a few shots, but if he wants to be called the 2018 Welsh champion, I think that's what he has to do.
Yeah, when you play in the counter game, you can wait for them counters, and sometimes they're not really going to come for you. So you have to go out there and force the fight.
And it's Tinkling now doubling up on the jab, which you were calling for earlier, Chris.
Yeah, I'd like to see him doubling the jab up and putting something behind it too. But you know, you run a risk. You do you throw a single jab, you're leaving yourself vulnerable for a counter.
Yaxley fires off a few jabs of his own, parried on the gloves of Tinkling. Nice defensive work. Tinkling's corner to our left, they're calling on their man to throw more jabs, and that's a nice left hand by the North Walian. Momentarily forced Tinkling back.
Yeah, he had the better of that exchange there. I don't think Jake Tinkling needs to be trading in that close. I just think he still needs to be keeping in mid-range. Spin off there, get back to centre ring, don't fight on the ropes, you're going to get caught.
Yeah, this is where a boxer of Jake Tinkling's skill and experience doesn't need to be.
Nice shot. Some good shots going in here, some heavy blows going in.
We draw into the last minute or so of this contest. So I think both boxers are starting to feel the pace. So their reflexes are starting to slow a little bit and more shots are landing. Tinkling just missed with the uppercut on the inside. But he actually landed a good right hand and he's
got
Tinkling on the ropes.
Yeah, this is what I was saying, you know, there's no need to be fighting when your back's against the rope, you know, you just want to tuck up and look to get off the rope and get back to the middle of the ring.
Sean Yaxley's had more success in this round than the previous two, I think, so he needs to try and keep the pressure on. That was a lovely left jab and a right cross. He walks on the right hand.
There it was. So you throw a single jab, and you're always looking to come over the top of that right hand. You know, if you double it up, it can put him off. To look for that counter.
This fight's starting to catch fire now in the last 10 seconds. As the fight draws down, there's great action on the ropes. Tinkling probably needs to get off those ropes or grab hold. This is great stuff.
There's a good finish to the fight there. It's not what I would have wanted Jake there, though, as I said all along. You fight your back on ropes, you're running a risk of getting caught. And like I said, that's where the 8 count came from, with it fighting with his back on the ropes. So, but it was a good finish to the fight, and that's close.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't Hagler Hearns, but it was a lot of boxing skills on display there. And you know, I enjoy fights like that now and again. You know, a lot of skill. Sort of almost like a chess match with gloves on.
Yeah, that's the difference when you've got experience. The fight slows down a little bit. You're looking for your shots. Where if you haven't got so much experience, sometimes you're just rushing in. You're too close. You're smothering your work, so it doesn't look as pretty.
The winner and the 2018 69 kilo welterweight Welsh champion, Yaxley in the red corner. Big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, Tim Clayton in the blue corner.
I can't see you.
Congratulations on the win. You needed to up the pressure of that fight from the first round, and every time you need to raise your game, you seem to be able to find that extra level.
Yeah, I just try push the gears and try push a bit of my strength, natural strength on him. He's a very good boy, very slippery, so I knew I'd have to push on him. Obviously, he's coming up from 64. I felt like I would have a bit more of that strength, so I just try to push on him. And thanks to my thanks to my coaches
Wesley and Mike for helping me out, all the hard training and that. Obviously without whom I wouldn't be able to box.
What does winning that Welsh Fest mean to you?
It means everything to me. I didn't win them last year, I won them the year before. I lost out on them last year. I was gutted, so it's nice to have it back in my hands and bring it back up to North Wales.
Congratulations, mate. All the best. Cheers, mate.
Ladies and gentlemen, again, the 2018 69 kilo welterweight champion, Sean Yaxley. Ladies and gentlemen, that'll be a short interval of approximately 10 to 15 minutes. Thank you.
Before we go to a 10-minute break, we'll just have a little roundup on the action so far. Some really good contests, Chris. We saw some good boxing. We've seen some unorthodox boxing. It's been a really excellent first half to this 2018 championships.
Well, I think what we've seen is, as I said just before the fight started, this is the biggest night. This is the biggest night in the season for you, Welsh finals. So it doesn't get no bigger. So I think what we've seen is everybody who's been in there has gone in there and laid it all on the line. And like I said to you, the opportunities that come from winning your Welsh title, where you can go into British. In my days, I'd win a Welsh. I could go into the British. I would go into the Gaelic games. Then I could then move on from the Gaelic games. I went into the Gaelic Gold. The Gaelics. I then went from there when we fought. The Americans came over. I think it was the only time the Americans came over at that time. I went from there. You get opportunities going into the Europeans. You get opportunities going into the Worlds. That's where you need to be. But you only can get there by winning your national title. That opens the doors up, as I said, to then go onto the international scene as the amateurs and go against the best in the world in them competitions, which ultimately can prepare you if you want to move forward as a pro.
Yeah, I mean, these guys who are boxing tonight, they're literally following in the footsteps of legends, guys like Tommy Farr, Howard Winston, Joe Calzaghe, Cleverly, Selby. I mean, they've all been fighting for this Welsh Fest, so they are literally following in the footsteps of legends. And I suppose for all those guys, the first footnote on their career was winning this title, which is up for grabs tonight. We've got more excellent contests to follow. We've got 4 more contests for you tonight. After a short 10-minute break, so it's going to be the last you'd hear from myself and Chris. But if you're on social media, I urge you to give us a mention on Facebook or Twitter or any other platform you're on. The more successful tonight is, the more likely we are to have similar events covering Welsh amateur boxing, giving Welsh amateur boxers the platform I believe they deserve to showcase their talents.
Yeah, definitely. Welsh boxing at the moment is booming, whether you're looking at amateurs to professionals, So, the more exposure these youngsters can have coming through is only better for themselves and for Welsh boxing in general. Like I said, they've got idols and Welsh fighters to follow, and for me, it can only be a good thing.
So we'll look forward to seeing you all after the break, and where we will continue with the Welsh Senior Amateur Championships 2018.
Once again, all the officials to inside, please. Ladies and gents, the next championship final is middleweight 75 kilos between, in the red corner, representing Kyra E, ABC, Joe Smith. And boxing in the blue corner, representing Dallas, ABC, Jamie Evans. $75-kilo middleweight Welsh Championship final is between, in the red corner, representing Kyra E, ABC, Joe Smith. And boxing in the blue corner, representing Dallas, ABC, Jamie Evans. Smith in the red corner, Evans in the blue corner, the referee Mr. Barry Morales.
The middleweight 75-kilogram final between, in the red, Joe Smith, boxing out of Kyra Ely Amateur Boxing Club, and in the blue, Jamie Evans from Dowlais Amateur Boxing Club. I think, Chris, this is the most anticipated fight of the night, and both these boxers got a big crowd in here. The noise on the introductions was deafening. This is going to be a really good fight, I think.
Yeah, they both got good following, you know, and yeah, I think this is the one that most of the crowd has been wanting to see.
A point you made, Chris, when we were chatting during the introductions, is the possible gap in experience between these two boxers.
Yeah. You've got Jamie Evans. You know what, Jamie Evans, I believe, is on out at 90 fights.
Yeah, very experienced boxer.
Good shots. You've got Joe then. He's 19 years of age. He's 13 fights. So, you know, there's a big difference in the experience. You know, so can he make that tell, you know? Or we've got a younger fighter in Joe, 19, eager, hungry, and you know, again, when you look at that experience of that level, you haven't really got nothing really to lose other than go out there and do your best and see where you end up. You started off well, you know.
I think the onus has to be on Joe Smith to take the fight to Evans, which he just did. He landed a good shot.
Keep working the jab. Again, double our jab up, triple it up, then put something behind it.
Every time either of these fighters land a shot, the big cheer goes up.
But it's a positive start. Oh, it's a beautiful shot by Joe Smith. It's a positive start from him. You know, again, you know, 19 years of age. I believe Jamie's 27. So, you know, he's not been overawed by the older man and the man with the more experience. He's holding his own.
Joe Smith's boxing hero is Linares. So
that's not a bad idol to have.
No, definitely not. That was a lovely right hand to the body by Joe Smith as Evans boxed his way off the ropes.
Yeah, fair play to Jamie. You can see his experience. He's not panicking when Joe's coming with the flurries of shots. He's keeping his cool. He's sticking to what he wants to be doing.
This is a bit of a classic matchup between Joe Smith, the pressure fighter, and Jamie Evans, the boxer, and the styles are blending well. Both boxers landed good shots as they trade punches in the centre of the ring. That's a bell. Well, we barely heard the bell. The noise is so loud.
I didn't even realise the bell went there, to be honest with you. So yeah, no, it was a good, exciting finish to the round there. Again, there though, I did notice there when we were in close. I did notice that. For me, I felt that with perhaps a little less experience, I felt that Joe was a little bit too upright when he was trading really close. And again, the shorter guy there in Evans is going to probably benefit from that.
Jamie Evans using all his experience there to win that first round against the rough, tough, marauding sort of style of Joe Smith.
At a close round, if I be honest, I'm not sure about that round.
I think just probably Evans possibly landed the better shot. But
I feel Jamie was cute there, moving around on the outside a bit more. But I do feel that Joe pushed the pace, and he landed quite a few shots. You
could argue that perhaps Joe landed the harder shots.
Yeah, it was close round.
Yeah,
it could go either way.
Depends what
what you're looking at.
Round 2, Smith in the red, Evans in the blue. The Welsh middleweight title, 75 kilograms, up for grabs. Evans boxing on the outside. There's a nice right hand by Evans over the top of Smith's left.
That was a nice try by Joe. He's looking to try to create a little angle, not come in a straight line, but he forced the situation really. He didn't really set it up. Yeah, Jamie Evans is just... Oh, nice right down. Jamie Evans just sticking to, I think, he'd come in here, I think, with a bit of a game plan to just go on the back foot for most of the fight and just find the right shots, pick him off, and every so often pick the spots in the round when to go in and have a little trade up.
Joe Smith followed his father into the boxing ring. His father is a well-known boxer in the Cardiff area. That's better from Smith, putting the pressure on.
Big right. I'd like to see Joe actually stand out a little bit and hold the range with his punches. He's a little bit taller, so use that to your advantage. I'm not trying to go on the back foot, but instead of sometimes just lunging in, falling in.
But I guess that's where the experience comes in. I mean, only 13 contests.
Yeah, exactly, 100%. Get back behind the jab, use the jab. That's it, double it up, triple it up.
That's nice defensive skills by Jamie Evans, just moving his head, although he caught a jab there. That's better by Smith, he's lining up the right hand.
A straight right hand is a short here for Smith. Especially if he can manoeuvre Evans onto the ropes. Nice movement by Evans evading them.
Like you said earlier, Chris, Jamie Evans has definitely got a game plan not to stay on the ropes like some of the boxers we watched earlier tonight. The second Evans' back touches those ropes, he's off them straight away.
Yeah, he's definitely come in here with a plan of just, constantly moving. Doesn't want to really have a tear up with Joe. He's just looking to be cute, pick him off, and like I say, pick his spots when to have a little tear up on the inside.
Nice job by Joe.
But Joe, in fairness to Joe, he's constantly marching forward. He's bringing the fight, pushing the pressure, forcing the action.
Yeah, I think Evans is working really hard to keep Joe off him. As the boxers exchange punches. This is really good action. The noise here in Sfigans is deafening.
That's another good round.
Another excellent round there, round 2. Be very, very close on the scorecards, I feel. I mean, it could sort of be going either way.
I'd edge Smith in that round for me.
Yeah?
Yeah. I just, again, as you said, it's what the judge are looking for. But for me, I just feel he's the one pushing the pace. He's forcing the fight.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting. I think maybe I'm going to punch stats here, but I think Evans is probably throwing the more shots and he's been made to work, whereas Smith is forcing the action. He's pushing Jamie Evans constantly, so it's going to be interesting in this third and final round to see how much Jamie Evans has got left. I know he's very experienced, been boxing for a very long time.
Yeah, it's a good point, Alex. He's 27 years of age. You've got a guy here, then Smith who's 19. Young, hungry, fresh, full of enthusiasm, fit. You know what I mean? Is Jamie gonna angle the last round with the pressure that Smith can keep putting on him?
Third and final round of this middleweight 75 kilogram final between Joe Smith in the red and Jamie Evans in the blue. A really tight contest. Both boxers have had their moments. We feel it's Evans, the boxer, on the outside of the ring, and Smith, the pressure fighter, as we saw there now.
That's nice stuff. Yeah. Joe's still just doing single shots. He needs to be doing more than single. Yeah, he needs to be putting his punches in bunches a bit more now.
Joe's been working very hard in the first two rounds, so perhaps he might be feeling the pace a little bit. Nice job by Evans.
Yeah, nice movement by Jamie Evans.
I think
nice
Evans at this point is sort of happy with the pace. Joe's not pushing it too much, so Jamie's just content to box on the outside. Well, that's a little bit better from Joe Smith. Jamie Evans content to box. He's content to leave the fight, follow the path it's on at the moment.
Yeah, at the moment I think it's the way the fight is going, the pattern that we're looking at here. Jamie Evans is more than comfortable in what's by you happening in this last round. Up, his legs going a bit funny here.
Yeah, definitely. Jamie Evans is momentarily stunned.
Joe needs to put the pressure in now. Keep him on. He needs to keep on him.
There's a minute shot around.
He needs to get on top of him. Jamie's feeling it here. He got caught again. Joe's looking for that, just the one big punch when he should just putting nice straight punches, back him up, and then go close to the body and then come up over the top.
I think Joe just needs to try and keep pressure on just to keep Jamie working. As Jamie pushes in his gum shield, this is an excellent last round. You can see how much this Welsh vest means to these two fighters as they enter the last 30 seconds or so of this contest. That was a nice right hand by Evans. It seems that Evans' head is cleared from that
20 seconds ago.
That moment or so when he seemed to be hurt.
This is what we call the championship round. 20 seconds, 15 foot, 10 seconds ago. Let it go now. You just got to let your hands go. Impress the judges. Last 5 seconds. Catch your eye.
Excellent contest, Chris. Both boxers gave everything they had. Really excited. I mean, all these fans here, they're all cheering on their feet. This is what this red Welsh vest means to these guys.
Yeah, it's a really enjoyable fight. You had, like I said, you had the experience against the less experience, age. But I feel that both boxers let it all out there, give everything they had, and whoever wins, they deserve that vest. As long as you can go out the ring after knowing you gave it all.
Once again, ladies and gents, big round of applause for both boxers, please. Welsh 75-kilo middleweight champion of 2018 by a split decision. Evans in the blue corner. Big round of applause, ladies and gents, Smith in the red corner. And the vest, ladies and gents, is going to be presented by Tony Wing, the president of the WABA.
Congratulations, Jamie. An excellent, hard-fought win. Joe pushed you all the way there.
Yeah, fair play to him. He's a really strong boy. We had a game plan to come in and be able to push him everywhere, but give him credit, he didn't let that happen. He's a strong boy.
I mean, a couple of times he caught you with big shots, especially in that third round. I mean, were you hurt at all?
No, to be honest, my leg was cramping, but he didn't hurt me, no punches. I can remember anyway, but like I say, he's a strong kid and wish him all the best for the future.
You're the Welsh champion now, 2018. Where's the next step for you?
I'll have to have a chat to my coach now and see what he wants to do. He's the boss, I just do what he says. As you can see by all the crowd, I appreciate all the support.
Congratulations, Jimmy.
Ladies and gents, the 81 kilo light heavyweight Welsh Championship final tonight is between, in the red corner, representing Llanwebni, ABC, Michael Sinclair. And boxing in the blue corner, representing Penrheo, ABC, Ethan George. Ladies and gents, the light heavyweight 81 kilo Welsh Championship final is between, in the red corner, representing Llanwebni, ABC, Michael Sinclair. And boxing in the blue corner, representing Penrheo, ABC, Ethan George. Sinclair in the red corner, George in the blue corner, your referee, Mr. Tony Collins.
Round 1 of this light heavyweight 81 kilogram final between, in the red, Michael Sinclair representing Llanrumney Phoenix Amateur Boxing Club, and Ethan George in the blue representing Penarol Amateur Boxing Club. Ethan George has a reputation as a big puncher, and you can see him loading up on that left hook already.
Yeah, he's looking for the power shots early on. Loading right up. Sinclair just needs to be moving slightly left and right, not in straight lines. Take this thing up the power shots, get him into the later rounds, and then see what he got in the later rounds.
Sinclair got more experience,
nice shot.
24 fights. Oh, you can see Ethan George loading up on his
it's a big
right
shot.
hand.
Yeah, Sinclair needed to be moving from them. He looks hurt there. I don't think he's going to recover, to be honest. It could be over right by here.
The referee's looking closely. There's plenty of time left in the round if
I think
Ethan George can land
lands one more.
shots.
He lands one more, and I think it's going to be. He needs to be cute here. Sinclair needs to be cute. Keep it away. Keep away. Keep away. Recover.
Sinclair's legs still seem a little bit stiff, although he
Nice
lands
shot.
a good left hook of his own. Ethan George just stalking now,
digging,
trying to land his big shots. You can see the way Ethan George, every time Sinclair throws a jab, he moves his whole body to the left to try and load up that left hook, and we saw it just there. Sinclair still on unsteady legs, but to his credit, he's fighting back. He's not going to go easily.
Yeah, he done well to survive that because he took a heavy shot there.
The referee giving George a ticking off for speaking to his opponent. Every shot George throws has got knockout written all over it.
Yeah, he's got bad intentions when he's letting our left hook go.
Lands a good left hook to the body. Sinclair tried to run the right uppercut, partially landed. That's better from Sinclair, landed the jab as George was loading up.
I would just want Sinclair now to just survive this round, get the corner, got some instructions.
This is good boxing by Sinclair, considering he was badly hurt early in the round.
He did really well to get through that round, I've got to be honest. Really well. That was a heavy knockdown.
Sinclair, George, he had the knockdown, but then he was literally just throwing every single shot. He was trying to knock his opponent out. He wasn't lining nothing up or setting anything up. And I mean, you know yourself, Chris, probably better than anyone. When you miss the shots, it takes a lot out of you.
Yeah, you know, there's one thing loading up with every shot, but you start missing and can't get him out of there, you're going to start to blow. You know, and he comes out in the second round and he's loading up with every punch again, and Sinclair's still going to be there in the third round. His gas is going to be tested in the third round.
And this is amateur boxing, even though they do use a 10-point scoring system. Just because you actually score a knockdown in amateur boxing, you don't necessarily win the round. So it could actually be, you could make an argument maybe Sinclair even won that round. Although
it's probably going to be very unlikely.
Ethan George was the guy who got the knockdown. So he did come back well boxing in the second half of the round.
Sinclair needs to be keeping it mid-range. You don't want to be close to him. Because even though George is loading up for his power shots, when he's loading up for his left hook, he's wide open for a right hand over the top. You know.
Round 2 of this light heavyweight final for the 2018 Welsh Championship. George gets through with a good backhand.
That's a nice, he's boxing well here. If he can keep doing this, and it's a big shot again. Oh, it's all over. This is done.
Sinclair's legs badly wobbled there as Ethan George landed several hard, solid shots. The referee looking closely. He waves the action on. Here comes Ethan George. He walks onto a big shot.
Oh, they both created big shots here.
This light heavyweight fight has turned into a real slugfest here in Fire Gardens in Cardiff. Both boxers are just loading up with big shots. Sinclair started off the round as a boxer, but now he just can't keep George off, so he sort of has to fight fire with fire. He needs to get off those ropes.
That's twice now Sinclair proved me wrong when I thought it's over, and he showed tremendous heart, great chin to get back up and get back in his fight, and actually scoring the better shots here.
That was a good left hook by George lands a couple of good shots. George pushing forward, Sinclair on the back foot. Some pace. Well, there was another exciting round 2, Chris. It ended up with actually both boxers loading up with big shots towards the end. Neither guy, sort of the boxing went out the window, and both of them are just trying to knock each other out, basically.
At one point there, Kieran, I thought we were in the OK Corral.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't a lot of boxing skill.
They were just swinging for home runs, and it was whoever was going to catch, whoever was going to land there was going to probably go down.
I mean, probably. I mean, Ethan George. I mean, obviously he's got great natural power that you probably can't teach, or you either got it or you haven't. If he was able to box a little bit more, he could probably set up his shots, and he could, be a lot more effective.
Yeah, 100%. It's. But again, though, the trouble is, once you know you've got a bit of power and you know you can put people over, you got to be careful that you don't tend to just constantly just want to do that all the time. You still got to be. You should still be going out there, work him in a jab, move your legs, make him miss you. And then the punch will come. You'll actually find the punch a lot easier.
Round 3 of this light heavyweight championship slugfest between Michael Sinclair and Ethan George.
It's definitely an entertaining fight for the crowd. And in fairness to Sinclair, he's still coming forward and not shy about going close up.
I think Ethan George sort of has realised now there's no point trying to outbox this guy. He just has to basically fight him. He has to go in the trenches and just slug it out.
Sinclair's actually a little bit neater, he's more of a neater boxer, I think. Oh, it's a nice left hook. If he just doesn't allow George to get close to him, he could just pepper him and keep him off and land some good strong shots.
I think just Ethan George is just one of those guys who's just so naturally heavy-handed. We saw another looping left hook.
His legs gone funny. That was eye in the temple. That shook him up. That was an eye temple shot.
Sinclair has kept his boxing well, though. He's got through the momentary and the referee's warning about the head. Both boxers.
If anybody wants to know what it means to win a Welsh title, you just go look at these two, because there's some heavy punches going in there.
Yeah, nobody would have questioned Sinclair's heart if he just stayed down after in rounds 1 or 2. But there he is in round 3, and he's fighting for the Welsh title. He still wants that Welsh title.
He's still forcing the action here.
And now it's George for the first time in the fight has been pushed back, and he's on the ropes. Both guys load up with power shots. The last minute or so of the round.
Sinclair needs to just drop that right hand over the top of George's left. There it is, there. Straight over the top, drop down on it. His right hand. Straight over, right down. He's pushing the action, he's getting on top of him here. He opens up now, open up.
Here's Ethan George feeding
body
the
shots,
pace.
Body shots over.
We got Ethan George being forced back. Sinclair is landing good shots.
You've got 30 seconds to go.
Nice uppercut to 1-2. And the referee jumps in. He's going to give him a standing count, I believe. Wow. Michael Sinclair looked out on his feet a couple of times in this fight, and to his credit, he's fought his way back into this contest.
A tremendous desire. Again, as I said, if you want to know what it means to win a Welsh title, you just need to look at this. Tremendous. George is swinging wildly open for that shot now.
And the fight ends pretty much as it started, with both guys loading up, both guys trying to knock out the opponent with every single shot they throw.
I thoroughly enjoyed that fight.
Yeah, makes our job easy when there's a fight like that. There's nothing, well, no disrespect to either boxer, but there was nothing too technical there. I mean, Sinclair showed some good boxing skills, but I just think he was forced to fight.
Sometimes that's what it comes down to. You know, it doesn't really come down to the technical side of the game. It comes down to sometimes who wants it the most and who can, you know, unfortunately who can take, and sometimes who can take the most.
The winner and 2018 81 kilo light heavyweight Welsh champion by a unanimous decision, Sinclair in the red corner. Big round of applause for Ethan George in the blue corner. And the championship vest is to be presented by the chairman of the General WABA Council and the chairman of the WABA referees and judges, Mr. Eddie Dyer.
Congratulations on the victory. You were forced to fight very hard from that. You showed great courage. A number of times you looked in real trouble.
Yeah, oh, he's strong. I've never seen no one stronger as him. It's good though, very good. I've been training hard. I just boxed. I done my thing. I done what I've been trying to do. It's good.
Myself and Chris Davis at ringside, it looked like you were trying to be the boxer, but then you almost reached the point where you just sort of said, right, I'm not boxing anymore. I got to stand and fight.
Yeah, that's exactly right. That's what I done. I just fought. I'm as strong as him, but he's got big wild shots. I knew he was going to come with that. I didn't do what I should have done, but I got away with a win. Very lucky to as well.
And what's that Welsh vest mean to you?
Everything. I've been boxing for years, on and off. I had a long break, 10 years. Come back in, and this is what I wanted. It's a shame I couldn't get a couple more fights in to get it, but I had to walk through. I done my bit, done what I had to do, and I entered. So it's good.
Congratulations.
Thanks very much.
Thank you.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, big round of applause for Mr. Eddie Dyer, the chairman of the General WABA Council, also the chairman of the WABA referees and judges, Mr. Eddie Dyer. And again, the Welsh champion 2018 81 kilo light heavyweight, Michael Sinclair. Ladies and gents, the next championship final, 91 kilos heavyweight, is between, in the red corner representing Pontypridd ABC, Terence Fairbank. And boxing in the blue corner representing Penarth ABC, Harley Matsalu. Ladies and gents, the 2018 91 kilo heavyweight championship final is between, in the red corner, representing Pontypridd ABC, Terence Fairbank. And boxing in the blue corner, representing Penarth ABC, Harley Vatsalu. Fairbank in the red corner, Vatsalu in the blue corner. Your referee is Phil Perry.
Round one of this heavyweight 91 kilogram contest between Terence Fairbank in the red from Pontypridd Amateur Boxing Club and Harley Vatsalu in the blue from Penarth Amateur Boxing Club. Two guys with similar sort of statures, both tall, long arms. There's a nice long right hand.
I was going to say Fairbank seems to be quite upright, and you know, you've got to be careful when you're upright. Yeah, see that straight away now. I just seen him when he jabbed, when Vatsalu did a jab there to the body. He straight, if he checks a straight a two, then say a straight right hand to the face, he'll catch him. So jab the body, straight right hand over the top. I definitely would be trying that one for his Vatsalu. Yeah. Feint to the body as well, because it seems as if Fairbank is falling for him. He's twitching, he's dropping his hands a little bit to it.
Yeah, like I said, Fairbank's very, very upright. Although Vatsalu has been the more aggressive fighter at the start of this round, nobody's really landed any really solid shots. Cuffing right hand by Vatsalu. Fairbank yet hasn't really landed any shots. That's a jab. I think it just fell short a little bit. KG opening round to this 91 kilogram final.
Yeah, Vatsalu seems to look as if he's got the better form and technique to his work. Fairbank seems to be a bit raw.
That was a good jab and right hand by Vatsalu. His heroes are Thomas Hearns and Lennox Lewis. I bet he'd love to be able to land a Thomas Hearns right hand to end this fight tonight.
A Roberto Duran type.
Yeah. Although that's putting a little bit of pressure on him, to be fair. That's better by Fairbank. Let his hands go. He needs to do more of that. He's left it very late in this first round. I noticed that.
Straight in there, good.
I noticed that when Fairbank puts a bit of pressure on Vatsalu ducks his head down. He might perhaps be open for an uppercut, or perhaps showing a sign of a little bit of inexperience. KG first round, Chris, but I think probably Vatsalu probably got that.
Yeah, KG. Yeah, he did it to Vatsalu. Yeah.
I mean, if you were in Fairbank's corner now, you probably just lost the first round. What advice would you be giving him?
He needs to be putting Vatsalu under a little bit more pressure going forward. I think that the way he's moving, the way he's keeping upright and just holding his position a little bit too long is giving Vatsalu enough time to tee off some shots, move left, move right. I think if he just ups the speed, I don't want him to say, look, force the pressure a little bit quicker, and let your shots go. You know, you ain't going to win the fight if you're not letting any punches go. So, you know, it's okay to just feel away. Okay, I'd be saying to him now, okay, that's the first round down. You're in this fight now. The nerves are gone. You need to start throwing your punches. Because for me, I'd probably tell him, I say, look, you're one round down, so you need to be doing it.
Round two of this 91 kilogram heavyweight final between Fairbank in the red and Vatsalu in the blue. we feel here at ringside that Vatsulu probably won the first round. I think it might just be the case, Chris, that Fairbank just has a bite on his gum shield and just let his hands go, which he's doing now. This is much better from Fairbank. I mean, it's not pretty, but it's effective.
Yeah, and that's what he's got to go to. If the outside game isn't working, then you've got to get in. You've got to try to ref him up.
I think we saw in some of the earlier contests tonight that guys who are not necessarily as skillful as their opponent have just done well by just gritting their teeth and hard work. And I think that's what Fairbank might have to do here. That's better again by Fairbank, letting his hands go.
Yeah, he's forcing the fight now. As I said, he's come out now and he's thinking, I can't just stand off him. Vatsulu's happy to be boxing at this tempo, at this range. I need to be forcing it on him. I need to take him out of his comfort zone. There's nothing really between them.
That was a lovely left hook by Fairbank, probably the most effective shot landed in the contest.
Yeah, Fairbank's definitely looking to rough him up.
Credit to Fairbank, his corner probably read him the riot act in between the rounds, and he's responded well. He's coming out there throwing more shots, trying to get himself back into this fight.
Yeah, his cornerman, Grant Briggs, former top amateur, ex-professional. So Grant knows the game. So Grant would have told him what he needs to be doing.
Vatsulu landed a right hand shot while ago.
Vatsulu's looking quite loose in there. It looked like at one point, but he was looking at the canvas actually throwing them shots. He looks neat on the outside when the pace is not forced upon him, but
yeah, he just got a habit of ducking his head down when
he almost looks as if he unravels when the pressure gets put on him when he gets close.
I know it's easier said than done on this side of the ropes, but I think if I was Fairbank, I'd definitely be looking to try and land a short uppercut when the action gets close. That's better work again by Fairbank.
Yeah, he's turning into dirty boxing. Dirty boxing's going on here, rough tactics. It's paying off him because he's in this round more than he was in the first round.
Still, it's another close round.
I still think Vatsulu should be looking for a straight right hand.
Yeah, this is now just either of them should be firing out jabs. That's better.
Yeah, that's what he needs to be looking for. Five seconds ago, at the end of the round, another close round, nip and tuck. But for me, I'd edge out the Fairbank. He forced an issue. He turned the round into the fight that he needs to win this contest.
Yeah, as with some of the contests earlier, like we said a few moments ago, he may not be as skilled as Vatsulu, but just by sheer grit and determination and biting down his gum shield, to use a cliche, he's got himself back in the fight.
Yeah, he's, as I said, he's turned the fight into the fight that he needs to win. If the fight from the outside and boxing technically isn't suited for him, then he needs to go in and rough it up. And to be honest, though, he won a round. He roughed him up. He put him off his pace. He made it a bit quicker. And like I say, Vatsulu actually at times on the inside looked really loose. And like I say, I thought he looked at one point, looking down at the canvas.
And as we get ready to go into round 3, it's questions being asked of Ali Vatsulu.
I think whoever wins this round will win.
Here we go, round 3 of this heavyweight final between in the red Terence Fairbank and in the blue Harley Vatsulu.
Will they come out all guns blazing? I'd go as far as saying that Fairbanks won that exchange because Vatsulu was the one who wanted to back off. Fairbanks sensed that and jumped straight back on him.
Fairbank had a warning off the referee. The last thing he wants is to have any points deducted in a close contest like this. This is good work by Vatsulu, putting the pressure on.
I don't think Vatsulu is using his tools and his attributes to the best of his abilities, to be honest with you. He doesn't need to be inside just throwing wild shots. He needs to be holding a bit of range.
Both these boxers are relatively inexperienced, and you can see that by some of their mannerisms and sometimes the way they react to certain situations, but you can't question their heart and determination and will to win this fight. And this is a great action here in this third and final round.
It's looking like that's what it's coming down to here, that who wants it the most, who's willing to bite on that gum shield the hardest and pick up that Welsh vest. Getting a bit messy now, we just fall into each other. And that's what I'm saying, you know, because you know you're going to do that now. Feint, step out, lay the counter.
Both boxers are looking very tired. Vatsulu landed a good left hook. Fairbank takes a deep breath as the boxers go back into action.
Oh, nice shot. Fairbanks took it.
As we're less than a minute to go in this final round, and this fight has basically just turned into an arm wrestle really. Both boxers are sort of throwing skill and style out the window. It's just basically a fight.
Once again, it's come down to now who's put the hardest work in the gym, who's hit the roads, who have missed the run, who's done everything needed that asked of them that needed to be done. This is where you find out. "20 seconds to go. Somebody got to go for it. Somebody got to put the pressure on."
I'm not envious of the judges who have to try and split these two boxers, Chris, because it's very close. Vatsulu ducked under some of Fairbank's hooks.
Again, it depends what you're looking for. You know, fights that are close. Sometimes you tend to edge the man who's pushing the fight and coming forward. So for me, it's close, but the guy who was forcing that fight in the end was Fairbank. Yeah.
Yeah, probably not technically the best contest we watched tonight, but you can't question the heart and dedication and the will to win for these guys.
He turned that into the fight that he needed to do, or to give himself the best chance to win that. The first round, if he had carried on a guy, he wouldn't have won it. I'm not saying he has, but
once again, ladies and gents, we want to propose both boxers, please. Ladies and gents, the 91 kilo heavyweight Welsh champion for 2018 by a unanimous decision, Fairbanks in the red corner. Please welcome into the ring Mr. Derek Labanji, the chair of the Welsh Boxing Association. Once again, the 91 kilo heavyweight Welsh champion for 2018, Terence Fairbank. Ladies and gentlemen, before the final Welsh champion final of 2018, please come up to show your appreciation. Could all the officials around the ringside, please? Also, can you please show your appreciation for two of the most, and I see one of those left already, but two of the most important people to be here tonight. Please show your appreciation for the doctors, ladies and gents. Please, another big round of applause to show your appreciation for all the officials from the Welsh Institute of Sport here in Supply Gardens, all the staff, the security, the sound technicians, John and Andrew, and also the lighting engineers as well. Show all of you a round of applause, ladies and gents. Ladies and gents, The final Welsh Championship final for tonight of 2018 is the 91 plus kilo super heavyweight final between, in the red corner representing Bantamweight, ABC, Richie Bader. And boxing in the blue corner, representing prize fighter ABC, Philip Davis. Ladies and gents, the 91 plus kilo super heavyweight Welsh Championship final tonight is between, in the red corner representing Bantamweight, ABC, Richie Bader. And boxing in the blue corner representing prize fighter ABC, Philip Davis. Bader in the red corner, Davis in the blue corner, the referee is Mr. Phil Parry.
Our final contest of the evening is the super heavyweight 91 kilogram plus final between, in the red, Richie Bynum from Bantamweight Boxing Club, and in the blue, Phil Davis from prize fighter Carmarthen Amateur Boxing Club.
Yeah, we should be looking at a bit of a heated contest here. You know, Bynum has had 10 fights, Davis has had 15 fights. Look roughly built the same, so we should be in for a...
And there's I think a lot of local bragging rights here as well, because Phil Davis is from Carmarthen in West Wales, and of course Richie is from Bantamweight Boxing Club in Swansea, so a bit of a Southwest Wales derby here. So local bragging rights is on the line, as well as the senior Welsh title.
Yeah, both got good corners too, both got very good trainers in the corners to advise them. You know, you got Enzo Martinelli with Bynum, and you got Kevin Evans for Davis. So, you know, when they go back to the corners, there's plenty of experience there to guide them. Evans have come out.
Phil Davis pumping out the jab.
Yeah, Evans has come out the more aggressive, throwing the more shots. Bynum seems to be just tacking up and feeling him, seeing what he's carrying, seeing what the power's like. And I think he's going to start to let his own shots start to go.
Richie Bynum loaded up on a big left hook there and just marginally missed. Good use of the jab by Davis. Nice
That's
left hook to the body.
Yeah, it's a nice body shot too. Nice punch selection there then.
Yeah, Phil Davis boxes well. He puts his combinations well for a big guy.
Again, are we going to have the age? Oh, nice right hand. Are we going to have the age playing into it? Is Evans at 36 going to have the legs to go the full rounds at a high pace and a hard fight if that's what's needed? And then you've got Bynum, then 21, young. So, you know, these things all could come into factor if he scores the full 3 rounds.
It's a very close opening round. Oh, nice left hook.
Nice left hook, yeah, that dazed him a bit.
That's good work by Davis.
Recovered well.
Good first round, Chris.
Yeah, good first round. It's definitely, for me, it's Davis's first round. You know, he was throwing the most shots. He was letting his hands go, you know, and to win a round, you got to lay hands go to pick up the points.
Even though he's only had 15 contests, Phil Davis actually started boxing at the age of. He actually started boxing at the age of 15. So I'm guessing he's sort of been in and out the gym probably all his life. So he's probably got a lot more experience than perhaps his 15 fights would indicate.
Yeah, definitely. You know, that's you know, you look at half his life that he's been in the boxing gym. So, you know, even though he got 15 fights, the amount of rounds that he's possibly done in the gym, sparring with a different variety of people is a lot more, as you said, than what his 15 fights are showing. But I think it's an interesting round coming up. I think that Bynum needs to now up the ante and start letting his shots go. Otherwise, another round might slip away from him.
Round 2 of this contest between Bynum in the red and Davis in the blue. We felt here at ringside that Davis probably won the first round, so it's going to be interesting to see if Bynum can switch it about. There's a good right hand to the body by Davis. Bynum, he managed to get him on the ropes, but Phil Davis, to his credit, was quick to get off them. He's not going to linger too long there.
Yeah, that's what he needs to be doing, you know. Bynum, score with the jab, you know. Don't just look for big, heavy shots. If the heavy shots are not there, you know, and if we look at what they're doing, all their heavy shots are actually in close, short hooks. So that's mean you've got to get in close to land them shots. You know, get out range, score with a jab, pick up the points, straight 1-2s, right hand, left hooks, touch your body, pick up the points. That's all you've got to be doing. The big shot will come. If it's there, it'll happen. Don't force it.
Yeah, Bynum now, he's starting to close the distance, but he's not been effective when he gets up close. Davis is using his boxing skills well to land good shots, but he's getting been told off by the referee. They're actually taking a point off, so that could be crucial, Chris.
Yeah, because you know he started to do it, so it's more than likely he's gonna carry on doing it. And if he doesn't, obviously the shots that Bynum is trying to land on him. Oh, that's a good shot. Oh, Davis, let him go right above us here. Bit of nose coming. You've had a big shot to the nose. Quite a bit of blood coming from Bynum's nose.
Davis, after the point deduction, he's responded well from it. He didn't dwell on it, and he actually upped his game and he went on the offensive as we see blood streaming down the face of Bynum.
Yeah, he's just showing, like I said, as you said, you know, that those 15 fights, he's a bit more experienced than 15 fights. You know, you spend 15 years in the gym, you're a bit more than 15 fights, and he's showing that. You know, when he's getting on the ropes and he's under a bit of pressure, he's got a bit of he knows that he's got a bit of understanding about to escape and make Bynum look a bit loose.
The doctor was looking at the nose of Bynum, and the referee indicates for the action to continue. Almost instantaneously, the blood starts pouring out of Bynum's nose again as he rubs it. The blood could be affecting his breathing. Oh, big left hook. Nice use of the jab by Phil Davis. Phil Davis is probably controlling the action well now. He's just fighting at his pace. He's picking the action up when he wants, and he's having breaks when it suits him as well.
Yeah, he's controlling the pace really. You know, he's moving off. He's sitting on the ropes. He's not feeling under pressure. When he's coming, he's tying him up. You know, he's nullifying him.
Well, I suppose the talking point on the round there, Chris, Davis actually had a point deducted, but he responded well and bloodied Bynum's face, and was really coming on top at the end of the round, it seemed.
Yeah, you know, he responded well from the point deduction. Okay, a little bit of blood sometimes can make it look worse than what it really is, you know. And especially as a fighter, you know, I've been in there, I've had a nosebleed, and I come out and I think I was rubbish. That's what it does to you, you know. But you know, at the end of the day, it's just one punch probably caught him on the nose and made his nose bleed, which can look a bit, you know, worse than what it actually is. But no, he's controlling it. His 15 years of being involved in boxing is actually what's showing by you.
Yeah, but Bynum's only had the 10 contests.
Yeah, 10 fights.
He actually, he says he started boxing at the age of 12, so I'm guessing he must have had a big break from the sport. But he's certainly got it all to do in this final round, I think.
Yeah, he just got to go for it. You know, he's a big, strong boy. I know he's stopped a couple of opponents, and he could sure do with probably a stoppage here now.
And this is where Bynum should be putting the pressure on. He's actually got Davis on the ropes, but Davis seemed quite content just to sit there and pick him off, although that's a little bit better, but Bynum. Nice job by Davis. Yeah, Davis doesn't box like a guy with only 15 contests.
No, he doesn't. No.
And the referee takes Bynum to the corner again for the referee to have a look. Sorry, the doctor to have a look at his nose. Oh, correction was actually just to clean him up a little bit.
See, he's just slightly too far out of range for these shots. He needs to just get in.
Bynum, to his credit, he's still in the fight, pitching away, trying to land a punch to change things. But at the moment, Davis seems in control, at least from our point of view. Nice job again.
Yeah, this is experience. This is the experience of doing rounds and rounds in the gym over years. He's controlling the pace. This is where Bynum needs to be. Let him go now. We need to let him go, and that's a good shot. That's what you got to do. Soon he can't wait. He can't wait too long. The opportunity be gone. He needs to let him go again now.
Bynum's trainer Enzo Macronelli is absolutely screaming to our right hand side. That was a good jab.
And again, you got to let it go now.
Credit to Bynum. He's not taking this line down. He's still fighting in there, but Davis lands a couple of solid shots.
We've got 30 seconds left of this fight.
Phil Davis, as we mentioned so many times this contest already, he's controlling the action very well.
Final 10 seconds.
As the fight draws to its conclusion, Chris, for my money at least, I think Phil Davis has probably done enough to win. Well, I mean, you can't question Richie's his commitment, but just Davis, the more experienced fighter, I think.
Yeah. You could see it. You know, he just had the know-how how to just get himself out of trouble. He nullified Bynum's attacks, you know, and he just did what he had to do to win. And in fairness, he you could see that he was the 10 fights wasn't quite enough to go against a guy, truthfully, who's spent 15 years in the gym.
Yeah, but I think Richie Bainan, he's obviously a very fit, strong guy. I mean, Enzo thinks a lot of him, so I'm sure he can come again, and hopefully he'll stay in the sport, and hopefully we'll see him in the 2019 championships.
Yeah, he definitely come from that again. You know, it's all experience. You know, as long as you can learn from your experiences, you'll come back better.
Ladies and gents, the 91 plus kilo super heavyweight Welsh champion for 2018 by a split decision, Davis in the blue corner. Big round of applause, ladies and gents, for Bainan in the red corner. And the championship is to be presented by Mr. Derek McAndrew, the chairman for the Welsh Boxing Association.
Congratulations on that victory. You're facing a tank of an opponent. He kept on coming, but I think you only had 15 contests, but you seem to have a lot more experience than him.
What I put down was it was roughly 15. I've had a few when I was a kid. There's been long spells in between my old boxing career up until this point, but full credit to him. You know, I've had 2 fights in the last 5 years, which were in this championships. And I'm just glad to pull out the bag, and full credit to him. He took, you know, I can hit hard, and he took everything I did with. So I'm just chuffed.
You're probably one of the most senior guys in this 2018 championships. Why would you decide to come back? What does it mean to you winning this title?
I think it's one of them sports for me. Like I said, I've always had breaks in between boxing where I've won fights and I knocked on the head for however long. And I wish I hadn't now, but I'm 36. And I'm proud I proved to myself I've still got it in me to do it, you know. So yeah.
So what's next for you? Is there another chapter to your boxing story?
Yeah, a couple of pints tonight first, and I rack my brains over it then. You know, like I've said I'm quitting about 10 times over my career, and I'm not going to say it now, but no, that's how it goes.
Congratulations, Phil. All the best with it.
Ladies and gents, once again, the 91 plus kilo super heavyweight Welsh champion for 2018, Philip Davis. Ladies and gents, on behalf of all the officials around the ringside and the WABA officials and the officials of the staff here at Sapphire Gardens, we wish you all a safe journey home, and again, thank you for your valued support to Welsh amateur boxing. Have a safe journey home. Good night, God bless, let's start it there.